Hey YouTube, and welcome into my channel today. I'm Doc, the man of the hour, who will be providing this Rocket League Garage tutorial for you. I'm providing timestamps for you right now so that you can go to the part of the video that you are looking to learn the most about. If this is your first time ever dealing with Rocket League Garage, then go ahead and watch the whole video. It is very helpful, and I do cover a lot of details that are important to make trading a successful endeavor for you. Before I get into it, if there's anything that I don't touch on today that you want more answers to, feel free to hop into my stream, as I do stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday specifically, I'm just chatting, so I'll answer any questions you have that I didn't cover in the video. And with that, let's go ahead on and get into it. So right now I am on the Rocket League Garage homepage. I'm going to be adding a link into the description below for you to access, so you can just jump straight from this video right onto their website. Also, I did get stung by a bee earlier, so if it looks like my lip is swollen, it's because it is, and I'm sorry if it looks gross and distracting. But yeah, that happened. Before I get into the key features of Rocket League Garage, I do want to cover this registration menu. There are 4 important things to note for first-time users registering. The first one is username. Make sure you register a name that is close to your platform name so you create less confusion for people. But this is Rocket League Garage specific, so don't worry about this being the exact same as the console names that you play on, or your Steam name or your Epic Games name. That does not matter. We'll be adding those in a little bit. But for now, just do what makes sense and creates the least amount of confusion for you. Make sure you select the correct region that you play in Rocket League, and also country, and then time zone is important because people can actually go on your Rocket League Garage profile and see which time zone you are on. That way, if you're asleep and they message you, and after 5 hours are wondering why hasn't this person messaged me back, they can go on your profile and see, oh, it's because this person lives on the East Coast of the United States. We have a 6-hour time difference, and then they'll do the math in their head, shoot you a message at a more appropriate time. And of course, we have default platform. Just pick the platform for now that you play the most on and that you trade the most on, or are expecting yourself to trade the most on. And then we can always add platforms in the future. So for now, just do the default one to be the one that you play on the most. So for those who are on PC, Epic Games or Steam, and those who are on console, any one of the 3 consoles. Now that you're registered, we'll take a look at the Rocket League homepage once again. We have a few tabs. We have News, Garage, Fantasy, Shop, Trading, Items, and the Game. Realistically, if you're just here to learn how to post a few items from your inventory, or buy a couple items that you've always wanted to purchase that you thought were cool, then the only tabs you're ever going to need to be operating in really are just this Trading and Items tab. The Items tab I don't go on very often, but it is helpful if you're trying to look at what a specific item looks like in different colors, and I do think it's helpful for that, so keep that in mind. So I hopped on over to the Trading tab in Rocket League Garage, and as I'd mentioned, this is going to be one of the places you spend the most amount of time in. The first thing you're going to see here is this filter panel, and beneath you're going to see all the trades that are being posted real time. But let's take a look at this filter panel more in depth. The first filter here is select an item. You literally can find anything that is tradable in Rocket League, which I think is really neat. You can even sort by different series or different offers, which is cool. For this example, I'm going to put Plasmatic because that is the wheel I really want right now. I will note that if you come in here and you type in the item that you're looking for and you know the spelling is correct and it does not pop up, it's likely because the item that you were looking for is not tradable, and you'll be able to tell that if you go into your Rocket League inventory, double check that item and see if there's a little clock on it. And if there's a clock, it means it's untradable. Important to note if you're struggling to find your item. Next, we have select certification. I'm not one for certifications, but I always put any just in case. Some people, if I put none and someone's posting a Plasmatic wheel that I like and they added the certification but the value is still the same, then I've lost out in my eyes. So I always put any. And then paint, I'm gonna do crimson for this example because that's what I'm really into, crimson plasmatics. However, if I was looking for the default plasmatic, I would do none. If I was looking to kind of browse some of the different painted versions, I would select painted only. And then of course, if I wanted to see a set, I could do painted set. So in this example, we're gonna do crimson. Select platforms is going to be automatically populated with the platform that you selected when registering in the registration menu. So if you have changed platforms since then, or if you are wanting to add something, we can always add it. When I first started playing Rocket League, I was only on Xbox. Now I'm on PC as well. So I simply click PC, and now I can see everyone who has Steam or Epic only, and I can see the Xbox only people as well in my search. For select search type, make sure you keep this I want this item if you're looking for the item. If you are selling an item and you want to find people who are trying to buy, then you can say I have this item. But if you're just looking for crimson plasmatics as I am, you're just going to want to select I want this item. Lastly, we have select item type. You're going to want to have that be item. I believe that is the default selection. Blueprint's nice if you go ahead and search for this item, and let's say I couldn't find anyone across PC or Xbox that was selling crimson plasmatics. I could always select blueprint and see if there's anyone selling a blueprint, buy that off them for like 10 credits, and then build the plasmatic crimson wheels myself. But that's a pretty rare instance, so for the most part you're almost always going to be having items when you're searching or selling. And then there's this credit price range. Just leave that as default. People are psychos and put their prices all over, and you never know what to expect. So just leave that and negotiate your way into a price you actually want. And with that, we'll be hitting apply filter. Now that I've applied this trade filter, I scroll down here and I see that there are plenty of crimson plasmatics, which is awesome. For example, if I wanted to buy one of these, I would take a look at, let's say this guy right here, Tuts. He posted 9 minutes ago. His time zone's not exactly the same as mine, but he is online right now, and he has a Steam account, and this is his Steam account right there. So I already have the information I need if I am interested in this post. But I see here that he has a crimson plasmatic. Now there's all these other wheels that showed up as well. The filter will not exclude those, just note that. But every post that does come up will have a crimson plasmatic in it somewhere. So that is good. For this example, I am wanting to buy this crimson plasmatic off of him. So how do I read this? I look at it as a 1-to-1. So he is offering a crimson plasmatic if you will pay him 80 credits, or a cobalt plasmatic if you will pay him 70 credits, or a burnt sienna plasmatic if you will pay him 50 credits. Not every post is going to look like this, but for the most part, the ones that do look like this are 1-to-1, and they shouldn't be too confusing. More often than not, you're going to see posts that are not 1-to-1, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to interact with those posts. For example, this one right here, it's a bunch of plasmatic wheels, the crimson ones that I'm looking for, but it says it's for 800 credits, and I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I saw plasmatics earlier that were for 80 credits. What does that mean? Is this a typo? Probably not. It more so is probably this individual selling all of these wheels for 800 credits. How can I verify that? You can verify that through sending this person a message right here. Click that and it'll pull into the Rocket League Garage chat system, or you can just simply take a look at their comment section. And a lot of people, when they have posts like this, they'll put a little comment down here to explain the trade post. And right here, sure enough, 800 credits for all wheels. Right there, you know that this person just wants 800 credits for all these wheels, which means that they probably wouldn't part ways with just one plasmatic wheel for 80 credits, since that would devalue the whole set. Now that I found someone that I want to buy from and is selling these crimson plasmatics at a good deal using our search filter, I'm going to go ahead and message them. So you click this message, and this window pulls up and it shows you all of your messages, whether you've archived them or not. It's pretty straightforward in terms of messaging. You can do marked all as read. In this case, I'm just going to shoot this person a message, say, hey, I am interested in buying your crimson plasmatic wheels for X price. Please do not do the thing that a lot of people do where they're like, hey, I'm interested in buying, or hey, I saw your trade, can we trade? And it's like, I don't know what you want. So I'm not going to give you anything until you specify what exactly you're asking me for. With that being said, speed up the conversation. Just say, I'm interested in item X for price X. Now that can be the same price that is posted or a price that you want. That goes more into negotiation and tactics. I can talk to you more about that in a later video, but for the purpose of this one, just message them, I want item X for price X. I pulled up some messages from someone that I've been playing a little bit of message tag with over the last couple days. They have some items that they want to sell me, and I have some items I want to buy from them. So I figured it's time to take initiative. I'll go ahead and click on their little profile icon right here. And as you can see, their time zone is 3 hours ahead of mine. So that's probably where some of this miscommunication has come from. The good news though is that they have linked their Xbox account right here. GT is my user. Thank you, GT is my user for this video. And I can now go ahead on Xbox and add this person and message them and create another avenue of communication to get this trade done. Because of this, I highly recommend that you link your Xbox accounts, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. To link your accounts, you're going to want to come up to your little profile icon up here and click on the profile tab. As you can see on my profile, I already have my Epic Games and my Xbox account linked. However, let's say I bought a PlayStation and I want to link my PlayStation account. I'm going to come on over to settings. And once you're in settings, you want to head over to platforms tab. Within this tab, you'll see all of the possible accounts that you can link. Each one is going to look a little different once you actually do it, but for PlayStation, for example, you would just enter in your PlayStation ID and it'll launch the Sony network platform connection link. And the same thing goes for Xbox, Epic Games, Steam's, and Nintendo Switch. And that is how you take care of linking your accounts. And before I forget, there is a setting here over in messages that's really important. It's messages from users on other platforms. Change the setting if you prefer to block messages and comments from users who don't have the same platforms linked as you do. Do not do this. Do not do this. Big mistake. I cannot tell you the number of times that people have messaged me about one of my trades, and when I go back to tell them, hey, great, I love that you want to buy my stuff, I can't even respond to them because Rocket League Garage gives me this error stating that they don't accept messages from someone that's on a different platform. Well, here's the deal. They are on the same platform. They just haven't linked their accounts yet. So they have this same platform only setting enabled, but they haven't even linked their Xbox account, and they only play on Xbox, and now they've taken away all the opportunity for them to trade to people who have Xboxes. And then they're sitting there wondering, why doesn't anyone ever respond to me? It's because we can't. We literally can't. You've stopped us from doing that. So don't do this yourself. Do not enable this setting. It is the biggest pet peeve of mine on this website. Now that you're all linked up and ready to go, let's take a look at how to effectively and efficiently post trades so that you can get people buying your stuff, because that's always fun. You're going to want to come up to this icon up in the right corner once again, and you're going to come down to My Trades. As you can see, I already have a few trades posted up here, but if this is your first time, the only thing that will be on this screen will be these two buttons, Disable All Trades and New Trade. Go ahead and click New Trade to pull up this screen right here. How we post our trades is also the same as how we read our trades. So, if you are going to sell an item, if you have an item in your inventory that you want to clean out and have someone buy, you're going to start on the left side here, and you click on these squares individually to place the particular item you're looking to trade. For example, in this post, I'm going to be trading a Halo, so I'm going to come to the search items here and type in HALO. I don't even have to finish typing before it will pull it up in a relevant search. To put this into that square, you can either simply drag it, or you can just click it and it will automatically populate the selected square. So I'm just going to click it. Sure enough, it populates for me. Let's say this is a Crimson Halo with Goalkeeper certification. It's important to know that in the trade because it does change the value of an item. So I'm going to click on this item here and this window pops up. Right here under Select Paint, I'll go down to Crimson and Certification Goalkeeper. If I have two of these, all I have to do is type in the quantity. Let's say I have two, so I'll add two. Makes it real easy, that way you don't have to post this again. I also have a hotcakes topper that I need to sell, so I'm going to go ahead and type in hotcakes to pull that up. Oh, there's hot dog. There we go, hot cakes. Now I need to differentiate these in terms of pricing, so I'm going to do that using credits. So let's add credits to our trade post here. Credits are always at the top when you're on an empty square, so it's easy enough. Just click it twice there since I have 2 items, and then to change the credits you're just going to click on the credit item with that window popping up. Obviously ignore the paint certification, the only thing we care about is amount. I actually don't know what a red Halo goalkeeper topper goes for, so I'm gonna have to look that up. There's this website called Rocket League Insider. It's not perfect. I can even make a separate video on this more in depth, but for first time traders, just go to rocketleagueinsider.com. I'll make sure that there is a link to this in the description. When you enter the website, make sure that you click on your platform as well. That way it'll pull the pricing guidelines that are specific to your platform. So we need to look up what a Halo, Crimson Halo is. So I'm gonna type in Halo, and sure enough, we have painted toppers, Halo pops up, and just simply read it over to the column that says Crimson. I see 200 to 300. Because I really don't know, I'm just gonna go right in the middle at 250, and I think that'll be a good starting point for this item. Next, we need to sell our hotcakes items, so I'm gonna go ahead and look that up to identify the price. And right here you can see that there's no painted variations. It says 10 to 20 credits. I think I can get a little bit more for it, so I'm gonna go 20 credits on this one. I'm going to now head back to my trade post and edit the pricing since I now know what these are worth. 250 for the Crimson Halo and then 20 for the hotcakes. My trade is almost ready to go, except I remembered I had one more item that I wanted to get rid of from my inventory, and that is a blueprint. So I'm going to look up the exact blueprint I got, which was a pink interstellar. And to change this from an item to a blueprint, you simply click on the item, and that window is going to pop up again, and down at the bottom there's this little checkbox, blueprint. Click that and you'll see that this item is now turned into a blueprint. Really important to do that when you are posting blueprints, because some people will forget to check that and maybe they'll select the pink paint, but then they just put the item for 50 credits, and what people are seeing on the other end is a pink interstellar for 50 credits, not a pink interstellar blueprint for 50 credits. And you'll get bombarded with messages, people get frustrated, and it's a huge headache. So make sure when you're posting something for a blueprint that you don't forget to click this little blueprint button down here. You can also check to see what the price of blueprints are on Rocket League Insider. So I'm gonna hop over to the Rocket League Insider tab, and how you do that is you come to price settings and you're going to go down to blueprint value, and then from there I'll type in interstellar, and sure enough in this case I want to sell a pink one, so it's 0 to 50 credits. I'll go back, add credits, put 50, and then I won't forget to add the pink paint on this, and then my trade's pretty much ready to go. One last thing that we can do to make the trade post look that much better is something that you don't have to do, but I always suggest it, and it's to let everyone know that you're selling these items for credits only and giving them an extra avenue of communication. And what I mean by that is saying selling color specific items for credits only. Message me on RL Garage or Xbox at, and then I write out my gamer tag, issue doc, and then you can also add something along the lines of which one you would respond to quicker. In this case, I respond to quicker on Rocket League Garage, so RL Garage for faster response. And then there you go, your notes are done, and so when people see these items, they're not going to bother you with weird trade offers when you're clearly asking for credits. So keep all that in mind. You don't have to follow this exact format for adding notes, but I do highly recommend you add them. It's just going to add more and more opportunity for you to actually make successful trades and get the trade you want. Be creative with it. Do what you think makes the most amount of sense for the trades that you're making, but try not to leave notes out. Super important, and I highly recommend them. Make sure your main platform for this trade is selected as the primary platform you play on. This will auto-populate, so it shouldn't cause you too many problems, but it's always good to double check that. You'll also see these checkboxes down here, and they will vary person to person depending on the number of accounts you have linked. So if you have a PlayStation, a Switch, or a Steam account, you'd also see those checkboxes. What they signify, when checked, is that your trade that you are posting, whether it be a buying or selling trade post, it will be shown to all those people. That can be both a good thing and a bad thing. It can be a good thing because if you are trying to reach a wider audience for a trade that you think is a little bit of a niche type of trade, great. However, keep in mind that unlike items that can be used across all your different platforms that are linked, credits that are traded are platform specific. So you can't trade with someone on Epic Games if you have an Xbox. And if you, let's say you do have an Epic Games account and you trade with someone on Epic Games, those credits are specifically traded and lost or gained on that account. And yes, you will get the item on all the separate accounts, but it is platform specific when trading credits. Keep that in mind. That can be a good thing and a very bad thing if not done correctly. And of course, we gotta submit this trade so that it's up. So I'll go ahead and click that, and a little window should pop up saying success, trade has been added successfully. I'm gonna head over to this trading tab, and from here I should be able to see my trade. You know, they pop up really fast, so it might already be down a little bit just in this short amount of time. But right here, sure enough, WSU doc 13 seconds ago, my trade is up with all my prices, and then my note is up as well. It looks good. I'm happy with this, and I should be getting messages soon enough. Now, if I did see a problem with it and wasn't happy, all I would have to do is go back to my trades, and I could either edit trade and it'll pull up the window that looks like when we create it, or all I have to do is say disable trade, and then it says, are you sure you want to disable this trade? It will be permanently removed. Okay. And just like that, I pulled off my trade. One thing that I would like to note that I feel is very important is this bump button right here. What this does is it will send your trade to the top of the trade board. You can only do it once every 15 minutes, so you can't abuse it. However, it is nice, and you don't have to delete a trade and repost it for it to get attention. Just click bump and it'll shoot it straight to the top. I'll go ahead and do that here right now. I just bumped that. I last posted that about 3 hours ago, I think. And then I'm gonna come over to the trading page, and let's see if I can't find it. So right here, it just took me a second. I skipped over it. It was the third item, but it says, 4 seconds ago. So really great feature. Definitely utilize that if you're not getting any traffic on the trades that you post. The last thing I wanted to cover before I wrap this video up today is the items tab. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's pretty self-explanatory, but one thing that's really nice about it is it has every item in here, and I use it specifically for bodies. If I'm curious to know what parts of a body are painted, I can just click, for example, on breakout and see, oh, okay, here's where the different colors are and how impactful forest green looks like if I wanted to put that or implement that into one of my designs. So like I said, really self-explanatory, but I did want to just briefly show it to give everyone an idea of what this is like and how you can use it. And with that, that is all I have for you in this video. If there's anything that you thought I might have skipped on or you wanted to hear more on, I'm more than happy to answer any questions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this did help you. And lastly, I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Monday specifically being an AMA. So feel free to hop in and ask any questions that you might have that I didn't fully get to. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got nothing more for you. So until next time, peace out.